About a year ago today, I read all of Invincible online. Why? Because comic fans would rather pull Steve Haynes to not spoil absolutely everything about the story. I don't think I was supposed to know who Thrag was before Season 2 Part 2 even came out. So I bit the bullet and read the entire series over the span of a month during the summer. But you see, simply reading it wasn't good enough for me. Anyone who knows me personally knows
I'm what you might call a collector.
So this year, I made the decision I'm gonna waste even more money than I already do. Now, hot take, I don't like the compendiums. They are indeed a really affordable way to buy the story, but I think overall that the covers are kind of bland, uninspiring. The books are like 20 pounds each.
This is like 15 pounds in books, and I can barely carry my own weight. I'm not making it home, Mom.
What I wanted to get was something that looked nice on a shelf, but also didn't collapse said shelf. So finally introducing the main point of this video, the Invincible volumes. And I love them. While costing more to collect all of them, I definitely prefer them. So today, in the same style as Inferno J ranking the JJK volume covers, I'll be ranking all the covers for these, all drawn by Corey Walker. I would give you guys some visuals for ranking these, but Tier Maker was made by a bunch of greedy bastards who want to charge me to drag a PNG into a chart. Keep in mind that these are still being produced, meaning there are more to be made. Maybe in the future I'll do a part 2. So, without further ado, subscribe, comment, join my Discord, and let's judge other people's art as if I can do better. Welcome to the unscripted part of the video. Let's talk about these. So first of all, we got Volume 1, and this is perfectly middle of the road for me. So first of all, the main thing I'm going to bring up about these volumes is the weird color choices they go for them. And I'll explain this more throughout the video, but basically, I think they should be choosing colors that reflect the character, but for a lot of them, they kind of just choose random ones, and like, I could think of other volumes that could have used that color, like you could have swapped them out or whatever, but yeah, so red on this one, I don't know if it's supposed to represent the blood, or like, you know, red is kind of like the first color of the color wheel or the rainbow, so I guess that was just like the natural first pick, but I don't know about red on this one. I think like a light blue or a yellow would have been better, but the one compliment I can give the red is that it does make it pop out. And the second thing that like sticks out to me about this is that Mark oddly has a lot of space on this volume, like it's really zoomed out so you can see most of his body. A lot of the other volumes are just kind of like at a middle zoom in thing, and then other ones kind of like extremely zoomed in. But this one really gives us like a full look at our protagonist, which I guess makes it unique. It's actually kind of cool in my opinion. So yeah, that's really all I gotta say about this one. As I said, middle of the road, I'm gonna give this one a B tier. Volume 2, again with the color, although I do think this one looks better. So we have Omni-Man here, and I gotta say, I love this illustration of Omni-Man. Corey Walker did a great job here. It has a nice angle, like looking down at you. But, you know, as I said about the color, the light blue, that would have been better for Mark, and I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like you should have switched the colors of these two to where Mark would have the light blue and Omni-Man would have the red. I don't feel like that like makes the characters blend in with the background. Like, I don't think you would lose sight of them. Like, they're pretty obviously in the center, which I think is like the main argument as to like why they don't do that. But I don't really think it applies here. So yeah, in my perfect world, I would swap these out. But nonetheless, the color does make Omni-Man stand out, you know. So I'm gonna give this one an A because the illustration on Omni-Man is just peak, and like, I guess the blue is better than the red on this one.
What's all that movement back there?
Anyway, this is what I mean. This is going in S tier already. So first of all, great illustration of Eve, I gotta say. Corey Walker did his work here. And then, like, here's what I mean. The color correlates with Eve. It's a pink background, and it doesn't like, she doesn't like blend in or anything. You don't lose sight of her. Like, this is a perfect cover, honestly. With that, I'm giving this one an S. Volume 4. We were just on such a high, and I feel like this is the weakest one so far. So as I was saying earlier, like, the character, like, I don't really have a great word for this, but Like, Alan is so weirdly zoomed in here. I feel like they should have, like, backed him up and given him some more room to breathe. And again, with the colors, why is it purple? The only reason I could see is that, like, the actual interior of the book does have a lot of purple, because this is the part where they show the Alan section of the story, where he gets, you know, almost killed. There's a lot of purple there, but I don't find that really, the main explanation. I would have used orange, and, speaking of orange, also, I'm playing Volume 4 in C tier, just so you know. Anyways, Volume 5, yeah, this one kind of took the orange away from Alan. But honestly, I think it's fine here. I will say, this is an amazing drawing of Mark. You got him all bloodied up and beating someone to a pulp. Because this is, I believe this is the volume where him and Nolan are fighting the Viltrumites. So yeah, this is like probably the best drawing so far of a character, and I gotta say, this is the volume where the facial expressions really start to like get unreal. I mean, Mark is very angry here, and I think, again, this is the best drawing of any of the volumes so far. But yeah, the orange, I feel like should have been reserved for Alan. But then again, I don't really know what color you would use here, because blue and red have already been used up. And I guess yellow would look kind of weird with all display detail. So I guess orange was kind of the only thing they had. But so with that, I'm going to give Volume 5 an A. Volume 6, we have another perfect one here, in my opinion. So first of all, the color is perfect. Okay, it's this nice green, and it reflects Eggstrom's portals, which I really like. And actually looks like just the portal is behind him as he's looking at you. And I think, back to the Alan thing, this is like, when you're going to do something zoomed in, this is perfect. Like, he really engulfs the entire thing, the entire cover, and it looks pretty natural. And, you know, I gotta say, from the last one, like, these illustrations are getting better and better. Like, bro looks properly gross, as he should be. Like, his giant brain, Angstrom's brain just looks so gross in this cover, and I think it's perfect. Again, from the color to the angle, and then the actual illustration of Angstrom, I think this one's perfect. I'm gonna give this one an S. Volume 7, really nothing special here, if I'm gonna be honest. So first of all, it's a good drawing of Rex. I really do like it. I like how they kept him Hispanic, like in the show, rather than white in this comic. Because there's a little bit of show synergy here. I like that. And it's a good illustration of Rex, but like, it's just, like, it doesn't really speak like anything like a volume, you know? Like, it's just kind of like it's very middle in the road, kind of like Volume 1. Like, it doesn't like pop out at you. And the color is just like, I don't really have any critique. Like, yeah, I guess they could use the same like explosion color, which I believe this is what this is. But like, again, it just doesn't like really stick out in my opinion. I got pretty much no problems with this one, but it doesn't like go over the top for me. I'm gonna give this one a B. And the same thing with Volume 8.
I know what kind of man you are.
So, I do think it's a very nice shade of blue. We haven't had blue in a while. Man, I'm sorry if I have, like, nothing to say, but, like, it's a good illustration of Anissa, I will say. But, like, man, these last two are just, like, very, I have nothing to say. I'm also give this one a B. Volume 9. Now, this one's pretty good. So, first of all, they finally give us, like, a true yellow, but it's, like, a neon. And the thing that really makes this one pop out with the neon is that, like, it has the actual lighting reflecting onto Cecil, which I think is really cool. And I gotta say, this illustration of Cecil is great, but there is just, I have one critique here, is that I feel like there's one more color that I feel like would have fit this perfectly, and that's white, because this is the volume where Mark goes through the fight in the White Room. You know, Cecil's kind of known for the White Room. So I feel like if they made this white, I feel like it would have just been, like, perfect. Like, I would definitely put that in S tier. But again, the incorporation of the neon with the actual reflections and everything, the lighting on the character, really makes it pop out. So I'm gonna give this one an A. Okay, Volume 10. I think Oliver is definitely deserving of a volume cover. He's very prominent in this one, but like, going back to Volume 7 and 8, like, there's really nothing special here. I think the teal is a nice color choice, but I feel like it's just too similar to blue, which we got literally 2 volumes ago, so it kind of just, like, loses itself in my display. But, like, it's fine. Okay, like, I really got nothing to say about this. It's a good illustration of Oliver. Again, it doesn't really pop out. I feel like I'm repeating a lot of the same thing, but yeah, I'm gonna put this one in B. Volume 11. This is easily my favorite cover. Now, first of all, we got My Glorious Game Conquest, so obviously it's gonna put in an S. But everything about this just like really accentuates it even more. First of all, this is an amazing drawing of Conquest. It's not Ryan Otley, but Cory Walker definitely does have a amazing depiction of him. I love the gauntlet is like very front and center, and like he's holding it up, and like the look on his face though he's about to beat your ass. But yeah, I love it. And then the purple does make a lot of sense. He does have purple detailing all over his character design, and I feel like this is one of the few cases where like if you chose a white or something for like Viltrum, it would make him blend in a little bit. But yeah, the purple just makes him pop out. It makes sense. And again, it's Conquest, so I'm gonna have to give this one an S. Volume 12. Man, I feel like this was just kind of rushed out the door. So, first of all, I don't like to compare Ryan Otley and Cory Walker together because I think they're both amazing for Invincible in their own way. But man, I think Ryan Otley definitely draws the blue suit better. Let's just say that. Like, first of all, it's such a bland pose for Mark. And then, not to mention, the color, okay? This is where I finally need to bring this up. They overuse yellow and orange for these covers so much, okay? And this is like really kind of where it starts. Like, this is literally pretty much the exact same shade of yellow as Volume 7. I don't understand why they couldn't have done like black or something for the black suit. Or heck, this is the volume where Russ Livingston comes back. I think a pink would have been better for this. You know, it's been a while since we've had pink. It would have made sense with the actual context of the story in the volume. But no, it's just reuse yellow. So yeah, I really do not like this one. I'm giving this a D tier.
I don't like it very much.
Finally back up, Volume 13. Man, people dog on Cory Walker's interpretation of Thrag, but this is probably his best work for it. I don't think it's bad at all, but like, yeah, this is definitely like his best interpretation of Thrag for Cory Walker. It looks really great, and I know some people were judging about how small his head is compared to his body. I feel like Thrag's head should be a little small. Like, I really like the color for this. It's like this nice, navy teal, or I don't know, I really don't know what you call this. I don't know what color this is, but I really have nothing else to say. Like, it's a good drawing of Thrag. I like the color. It's very unique from all the other ones. I'm gonna give this one an S. Volume 14.
Very goodable.
I do like the pose they went with. It's way better than the concept pose. I don't know if you guys have seen that one. That one from that. I think the color is great. The green, I'm pretty sure, is the exact same color of green as Eve's eyes, like in the show, which I think is a really nice detail. But yeah, I don't really got anything else to say. You know, it's a good drawing of Eve. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one an A, honestly. Volume 15. Another orange one. Anyways, if we were talking about Show Debbie here, I would say she's absolutely deserving of a volume cover. But this is Comic Debbie we're talking about. In that case, who invited bro? Like, I feel like there's so many other characters that we could have gone from this volume. I don't have it in my possession, but I think this is where Mark loses his powers. I believe this is what has that story in there. So I don't know why they didn't choose like Nolan with the Coalition of Planets outfit, maybe Alan as the leader of them, or hell, maybe even Teenage Oliver would have been a better pick for the cover. But they chose Debbie for some reason. Like, I'm giving this one a D, honestly. This is so, it kind of just feels like a waste of a slot. Volume 16. Well, I think it's a great character choice. Bulletproof hasn't had one yet, and this is the volume where he takes over the Invincible mantle, and it has all the stories with his brother and stuff. And for the actual drawing of Bulletproof himself, I think it's great. The yellow really pops out. We haven't had the yellow suit in a while. But all this good stuff to say kind of gets ruined by the freaking beige brown color they chose for the background. This is like the worst color you could ever choose. And I'm not really excited to get this one in the future because like it's just gonna look so blandish. Of like, seriously, why did they choose this color? Why can't they just use like a regular brown or like, I don't know, anything else? Yeah, again, it's a great drawing, but that color just brings it down so much. I'm gonna give this one a C. It's not completely irredeemable, but man, what were they thinking? Volume 17. Okay, Dinosaurus. I like how they're, the last couple ones are trying to experiment with new characters. Dinosaurus, I think, is very worthy. This is his arc, I believe. I haven't read the information on the back, and also these aren't out yet, so yeah. Again, the red doesn't really make him, like, you don't really lose sight of him in the cover, okay? I think the red was a great choice. Again, the actual interpretation, it's very similar to the show, but I do like how Dinosaurus looks here. Maybe it's not as good as Ryan Otley's, but overall, I don't really have much to say, but it is indeed a good cover. I'll give this one a B. Man, I do love Angstrom's last cover, and I do think he is very deserving of another one in this arc. But man, can you imagine if we got like Mohawk Mark or something for, again, Angstrom, Cory Walker does a great job. Angstrom looks really gross here, and the green color, I believe, is pretty close to the same thing, so, for the portals from the last one. So, I don't really got anything to say about that. I think I prefer the last one slightly more, but I'll give this one an A. Volume 19. Okay. This is another point I need to bring up. Why are they so allergic to black and white for these covers? Like, we haven't gotten a single black or white volume cover in the entire, like, time they've been producing these. And I have no idea why. There are so many occasions where it would have fit, and this is one of them. Like, this is obviously the robot arc where he takes over the Earth. And I don't know why they didn't choose black, or heck, his, the robot suit, you know, the black one, the green eyes. I don't know why they didn't choose that. Again, I think Robot is a great character choice, but this is not how I imagined his volume cover would look. Like, I pretty much predicted that, like, he would get a volume cover for this arc, but this is not how I imagined it would look. Again, my world would be like, it'd be a black background and then, like, the Ultra suit. But, like, it's a good drawing of Robot, and, like, I don't know why they're reusing purple, but, like, yeah, man, it's good, but it's not exactly what I had in mind, you know? I'll, to be objective, I'll give this one an A. Finally, Volume 20. This is the last one that they've revealed, and they'll probably move on to the future, but as you can probably tell, this is going to be the Thrag versus Battle Beast fight volume, and choosing Battle Beast is perfect choice, okay? Yeah. But there's a problem with this, is that they've reused orange once again, okay? Like, all of these volumes have a shocking amount of yellow and orange throughout the lineup, and I don't know why. Again, about, like, black and white, you know, it's not like the guy is, you know, literally has white fur. So, like, the pose that he's in, and I think it's a good drawing of Battle Beast in general. Maybe not as good as Ryan Otley's. I don't want to dog on Cory Walker, but there are definitely some characters Ryan Otley definitely gives that intensity to, like the proper. But yeah, I'll give this one a C. Again, the color choice is just so bland and, like, so overplayed at this point. So yeah, that's my tier list. So as I was editing, I realized I forgot to show you guys the actual collection. So here it is. I somehow don't have the Conquest Funko Pop yet. Weird, right? But yeah, in the future, I plan on getting the rest of the volumes, and even to make this a true Invincible display, I'll be getting the Jada figures for the middle when those come out in, like, 5 years. Also, while I was editing this video, I did end up getting Volume 12 in the mail. It looks slightly better in person, but I'm still not too high on it. But with that, I'm gonna end the video here. Once again, check out my Discord, feel free to post on my YouTube community, like, comment, share, and subscribe so I can get my fam out the hood and buy more LEGO sets.